Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of my favorite plot Copycats. We were going to take a Hollywood movie that's been ripped off by a B movie and just compare the two. Today we're going to be talking about 1988's Die Hard starring Bruce Willis, and we're going to be comparing it to Skyscraper from 1996 starring Playboy Playmate Anna Nicole Smith. Now, I don't have to do any spoiler warnings, right? Like, we're talking about 1988's Die Hard, a classic Die Hard. I don't know what rock you might be living under, but I'm just going to move forward as though we've all seen Die Hard, because that makes sense to me. And since Skyscraper is just a ripoff of Die Hard, I don't really think there's much in the need for spoilers, but in case you really don't want to know what's going to happen in these movies, you have been warned. Die Hard was such a big deal when it came out. There have been countless ripoffs of it. I mean, Die Hard essentially is a guy trapped in a building that's been taken over by terrorists, and you just move the location, and all of a sudden you've got a new movie. So let's do the list. Under Siege is Die Hard on a boat. Under Siege 2 is Die Hard on a train. Die Hard 2 is Die Hard in an airport. Speed 2 is Die Hard on a cruise ship. Sudden Death is Die Hard in a hockey arena. Passenger 57 and Executive Decision are both Die Hard on a plane. Air Force 1 is Die Hard on a plane with a president. And Snakes on a Plane is Die Hard on a plane with snakes. So what makes Skyscraper so standout? Well, it's kind of the only one that's got the balls to make Die Hard in a building. Again, you know, just like the original. I'm not really changing anything at all. Now, people crawling through air vents, helicopters, being trapped in a building, that's all the easy surface level stuff. I think we can go a little deeper. Well, one major difference between the two, people would say, is Anna Nicole Smith is no Bruce Willis. But I think, as you're going to see in the next scene, they both have very relatable relationship issues if one of them's a police officer, and that's humanizes them.
Since when did you start using Ms. Gennaro?
It's a Japanese company. They figure a married woman's got.
You are a married woman, Holly. You're married to me.
We're going to have this conversation again. We did this in July.
We never finished this conversation in July.
I had to take it.
Right. No matter what the consequences, no matter what it did to our marriage,
It
you had
didn't
to
do
take
anything
this
to our marriage
opportunity.
except maybe change your idea of what our marriage
I
should
think
be.
you have a clue as to what my idea of our
I know
marriage should be,
exactly what your idea of our marriage should be.
Carrie, that's not fair. That's not it.
Bullshit!
When would we have time for a kid? I mean, you work days, I work nights.
I told you I'd stop flying for a year. You're the one making up all the excuses.
You really want to bring a kid into this world? I mean, you know, while you're up there flying around in the clouds all day, I'm on the ground seeing the worst shit imaginable. It's like we're on an express train to hell at 150 miles an hour.
Well, excuse me for still believing in Sunday walks in the park and little babies.
Both films also feature pompous European terrorist guys that quote Shakespeare and are well-read and classically educated.
And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer. Benefits of a classical education.
The devil himself?
Thanks for the flattery, but I'm nearly a man, and if you prick me, I do bleed.
Oh, Jesus, you're still doing that Shakespeare crap. Can we get on with this?
And this guy, tell me that they cast him to look exactly like that guy. There's no way this is a coincidence. Now, there's also a character that's similar to Sergeant Al Powell, I think, from Die Hard, right? This wannabe cop.
Why'd they have to call me in on a Saturday? I had a date with a beautiful blonde.
Yeah, right. Dirty Harry.
So clearly not taken seriously by anybody. Wannabe, Dirty Harry, as was just mentioned there. But when the chips are down and you have terrorists that have invaded a building and they're going to shoot you, you kind of need a little backup. Both of these guys fit the bill.
Dudley Do-Right of the Mounted Police. What's that then?
Show some respect.
Derby.
The name's Officer Dudley Wright to you. Don't move, or I'll put a bullet up your ass so far you'll be pissing out your nose. Just wait till I get my badge.
We jump to the scene where it's sort of more relevant. It's not shot for shot, like a lot of these have to be cut out. It's more about like checking the boxes of enough things that are similar to Die Hard. So here Powell shoots a blondie Eurotrash guy with a long hair. And bitch.
Lead them out.
So the bad guys take out the security. Also, there's sports playing in the background, as you can see, even from the cut. Once they're in the building, they also have a montage where they're going to lock off the building, and we get to see all the doors closing, although Skyscraper sort of has a deficit of cool doors to close, so you're going to see like one door and then, oh, a normal door shutting. And then people letting their buddies in through the front lobby and everything, but the premise is still the same. You're going to see in a second the terrorists are getting into this building, and they get dropped off by their van, mommy van, whatever, at the front of the building, and they use electric key cards to get through the front of the building. You know, the white ones do. The black guy with the dreads is for some reason forced to scale a building with a rocket launcher on his back. And, you know, maybe he's supposed to be on the building with the rocket launcher because that's the tactical advantage that he wants, but why couldn't he just walk through the front door with those white guys and then take the stairs or an elevator? Some people are going to be like, oh, you're reading too much into it. And I would love to think that this guy was the only person in their stunt team that was like, I can scale a building. Let's put that in the movie. And so his special skill was just thrown into the movie. But it doesn't make any sense. And seeing it now, 20 some odd years later, it just looks like he made the black guy climb the side of the building.
One rocket, Charlie, one rocket.
Now, if you like rocket launchers, remember the rocket launchers hitting that tank there? Well, Skyscraper guys like that too, and they were like, what if we just had more rockets? More rockets shooting more cars from high up locations. And the quarterback is toast! I cut all the rockets together from various scenes of Skyscraper because they aren't all in the same exact spot, but it's just funny how many times they used that once they figured out, hey, we can blow up cars with rocket launchers. Okay, and now one of the most iconic scenes when Bruce Willis wraps the fire hose around him and jumps off the side of the building, swings down and crashes through a building. The big metal spool thing flies down and he's got to try and untie himself from his waist really quickly. This is really hilariously similar. That's why we're doing this, right? I also like the guy on the building shooting down. None of the angles match up where he's shooting. It doesn't ever seem to like really make any sense when it's earlier, but he's shooting down at a weird angle and it just doesn't... he misses error with every shot. Oh, no! They're gonna be pulled out the window! Quick, untie! And here's the scene where Hans Gruber fakes his cause of why they're there. Instead of money, he's got these noble political pursuits, and our ridiculous Skyscraper baddie does something similar.
We are the People's Democratic Liberation Party.
Northern Ireland, the 7 members of the new
We have 17 hostages and we will kill them all if provoked. We stand for honesty, democracy, and the American way of life. The government is evil and we are willing to die for our cause.
Then we've also got this scene where the douchey guy that's thinks he can negotiate with the terrorists is going to get his comeuppance, and the bad guy's going to kill him in cold blood. So when they both die in the next scene, falling off a building, you don't have to feel so bad about it, because they're shitty people.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I'm out of here.
I think you could get with the program a little.
A deal's a deal, right?
Police are here now.
You little
It's their
prick.
problem. Now tell these guys where the detonators are so no one else gets hurt. You know, I'm
You see,
putting my
that's what's
life
wrong
on the
with this
line for you,
society.
pal.
Women like that. Can you believe this shit?
John.
Shut up, fellas. Just
Technically, sir, you
Put
did
Hans
not
back on the
deliver.
line.
I found the woman.
Wait, stop. I siphoned off hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I can cut you in on it.
Now he wants to make me his partner.
Or better yet, it's yours.
A plague upon it when thieves cannot be true to one another.
No!
Okay, now check out the kickboxing fight. Some people are going to say that Anna Nicole Smith just took a paycheck, but like, even if it's cheesy and crappy stunts, it looks like she really wanted to get in there, get her hands dirty, do some spinning roundhouse punches, etc. And I'm going to give her credit for that. I think she legitimately loved Die Hard as a movie and wanted to make this. That's my belief. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm naive. Leave comments down below if you disagree with me. But there were a lot of other Playboy playmates who did movies after their pinups, and there's not a lot of them that decided they wanted to be action stars and do an action movie. So I'm going to give credit to her for that. I'll see you guys next time at the next Plot Copycats.